Hey everybody, it's December 15th. It's pretty late at night. I've had a pretty busy day. Um, I took the kids Christmas shopping this evening and not all of them, but quite a few, and went to a couple stores, and it's just a lot. It was pretty busy, and then came home and did a whole evening bedtime routine and snacks, and it was just everything. It's been a lot going on. So it's pretty late at night, and but I want to get this video in because I um, I want to make sure I make one every day. So tonight I'm going to talk about a testimony that happened when I was out in Washington State. I gave a testimony a few days ago about divine protection when I was in Washington State, and the Lord spared me from getting into a horrible accident with a giant logging truck. Well, this testimony tonight's also from Washington State, and so I was out there doing schooling for the Navy, and right as I was finished my schooling, I was supposed to drive back across the United States, back to the East Coast, and I invited my grandfather to fly out to Washington State and to ride back across the United States with me, and that way we could stop and see some cool sights in Mount Rushmore and different things, and I just thought he would might think it was fun, and so he did. He flew out to Seattle. It's SeaTac Airport in Seattle, and I drove down to Seattle to meet my grandfather. And I'd never been to the airport down there. I really had never been to Seattle before that time. So and this was before GPS and cell phones and all that. So when I'm using a map and I get to the airport and I'm looking at my watch because I know what time my grandpa's supposed to land, and I'm really cutting it close. And I finally got the car parked and um, made it my way over to where the airport was. And I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, man, it's really close. I'm cutting it really close. And I walked into the airport, and right there when you first walk in is where everyone buys their tickets. And I'm like, well, this is not the right spot. I'm not buying a ticket. And then there was these elevators that went up to a second floor, and it said arrivals up there. So I was, okay, well, that's where all the gates are. And I'm looking at my watch, and I have like 5 minutes until his plane is supposed to land. And this airport is huge, and I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going in this airport. I've never been in this airport, and I just know it. Up this elevator is going to take me to a giant corridor of gates and other corridors. It's a huge airport, so I'm kind of stressing, a little anxious, and I'm because I don't want my grandfather to get off the plane and me not be there to meet him. So I get on this elevator and I'm heading up, and I'm thinking in my head, man, I hope I make it. I hope I'm not gonna get lost. I'm just thinking stuff like this, and and I heard the Holy Spirit speak, and I wasn't praying to God. I wasn't like, Lord, help me. I wasn't thinking anything like that. And but I heard the Holy Spirit speak. He said, follow the guy in the tan jacket. And I looked up, and sure enough, right in front of me, a couple steps up, was a gentleman in a tan jacket. Um, and and I was like, Lord, is that you? I mean, for real? Follow the guy in the tan jacket. And I don't know why I'm always doing that, but uh, and so I'm looking and I'm thinking, I said, okay, I could follow this guy in the tan jacket, and I said, but I don't know where he's going, and I only have 5 minutes, and what if he goes to the wrong gate? What if he doesn't go to a gate? What if he works here? All these what ifs, all this second guessing, and I said, and then my grandpa's going to get off the plane, and I won't be there to meet him, and I'm just thinking all this stuff, and I was like, I'm wondering, did I see the guy in the tan jacket before I heard the Lord speak that? I said, I probably, I mean, he's right in front of me. I probably looked up and seen him, and I'm like, this is probably my own brain thinking this. This is not God. So I got off the elevator. The guy in the tan jacket, he walked over to the right somewhere, and he just kind of disappeared in the crowd. And I looked over to the left, and there was a map of the airport over there a little ways, and then there was also a big screen with all the flights, all the arrivals coming in, and it showed when they were arriving, what gate they were going to, and all that. And I was like, yeah, I need to go there. I need to figure out. And so I went over there. I found my grandfather's flight. I seen what gate he was, and it said landing. His flight was landing when I was standing, and it showed what gate he was going to. And then I said, okay. So then I walked over to the map, and it said you are here, and I was able to figure out from there where I needed to go. And it was still stressful because there was a lot of twists and turns in the airport, and I had to make my way through this. I had to remember too. I mean, there's not like I couldn't take a picture with my cell phone and know where to go. There was none of that. So anyway, I finally got over to the gate. I got to where he was getting off the airplane, and when I walked up, I seen they had just opened the door, and people were just starting to walk off. I watched them. They opened the door, and people were just starting to walk off as I was walking up, and I thought, okay, thank God I got here in time. And I just happened to look over to my right at that moment, and sure enough, there was the guy in the tan jacket, and he was just standing there, like he'd been there, like he was peaceful, calm, like he'd been waiting there for, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. There was no care in the world, and I was just like, man, I was like, Lord, I'm sorry. I had to apologize. Lord, I'm sorry. I should have listened to you. And it wasn't a big deal. There was no life or death situation. It was not like um, I was going to hell since I didn't listen to I heard the Holy Spirit speak, and I second guessed it and I didn't do it, and I went and did it my way, and nothing really bad happened because I didn't listen to the Lord, except for the fact that it just caused me a lot more stress, a lot more anxiety, a lot more heartache and worry, where I just didn't need that, and the Holy Spirit was really cool about it, just telling me if I just followed the guy in the tan jacket. He knew. He knows so much more. He's so smart. The Holy Spirit is so wise, and and I didn't. I just did it my way, and so I mean I know that tonight's not like a crazy powerful testimony. It's not like something amazing. It's more of a testimony of how I did something wrong rather than did the right thing. But God's not one to sit there and say I told you so. The Lord is really cool and merciful and all. But I knew that I should have listened. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to share that. I don't know why. It just popped up in my heart. I haven't really thought about that story since it happened, and it was a long time ago. So maybe somebody just needs to hear that if you miss it, it's okay. God's forgiving. He still loves us. He still cares for us. It's not like he's never going to talk to us again. I mean, it's just a relationship. Lord, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I look forward to the next time you want to use me or speak to me. And he's cool, and he doesn't hold any grudges. God is really cool like that. Um, and something else, if there's anybody you're really stressed, you're really going through a lot, there's anxiety and all kinds of stuff on you at the moment, just maybe just be sensitive to the Lord, because he is ready and willing to speak to us and to give us instruction, to give us wisdom. I'm trying to think of the verse. If any man lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all men liberally and upbraideth not. I think it's in James chapter 1. And what's Jeremiah 33:3 says? What does Jeremiah 33:3 say? It's Jeremiah 33:3 says, it's Jeremiah 33 verse 3. It says, "Call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things." That's God speaking to us. It says, "Call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things." Maybe it says if it could be more to it than that, but either way, this is my video for tonight. I hope everyone is doing well. And tomorrow is Friday, so that's a great thing. And that's it. God bless. See you tomorrow.